Welcome to the channel. Unlike our previous videos on small cap stocks, today we are exploring an interesting mutual fund. It is from the Axis AMC's basket and its 3 years returns are at 25.42% and standard deviation is 19% versus 21% of BSE 500, which is its index, and alpha is at an whooping rate of 8%. Not only that, the fund comes with exposure towards IPOs and foreign equity, and the foreign equity is mainly from US. That is the Axis Growth Opportunities Fund. Its current NAV of direct fund is 21 rupees and current NAV of regular fund, that is if you invest through a distributor, the NAV is 20 rupees and expected NAV is around 45 rupees in the coming 3 to 4 years. So no more delay, let's check out the key highlights of the fund. The portfolio has good risk to return ratios. The Sharpe ratio is at 1.1 and Sharpe ratio takes standard deviation as a risk element. The treynor ratio is at 1.23 where beta is considered as a risk element. In both the above ratios, 1 is considered to be good. As the ratios are 1.1 and 1.23, it means that the fund has successfully delivered decent returns to the risk taken in the form of standard deviation and beta. Now coming to the second highlight, the fund's experienced management team. The fund has experienced management team under leadership of fund manager Mr. Jinesh Gopani, and he also manages other famous funds from Axis AMC like Axis Focus 25 and Axis Long Term Equity. Now, the fund has about 24% foreign equity exposure mainly from US. The other highlight of this fund is mostly the stocks invested in this fund are from IPOs. And lastly, the fund is just 3 to 4 years old, launched in 22 October 2018. Coming to the key drawbacks of the fund, I am guessing it will shock you too. The drawback I feel is the portfolio of this fund has 75 stocks in it. Yeah, it's true. You can check this out on any website. This huge number of holdings in this fund forces the fund manager to give small allocations to the stocks. This will eventually lead to the situations like, though one of those 75 stocks performed well, the fund might not be able to capture the complete profit or maximum profit from that fund. But if it is such a huge drawback, why am I recommending this fund to you? That's because the fund management is successfully delivering good returns from the last 3 years with the same with the number of holdings around the same levels. Now let's check out the returns and risks in numbers. So we are going to check out risk ratios and return ratios here. First coming to the returns, Axis Growth Opportunities has beat the index in 1 month and 1 year and 3 years and two times it has failed. But over a long period, if you see, the fund has 8% alpha, that is the percentage more than the index has delivered, and its index is BSE large and mid cap total return index. That is total return index means including dividends of BSE's large and mid-cap stocks. Axis Growth Opportunities has performed extremely well with 25.42% 3 years return. So that is the reason why I am telling, though there are huge number of stocks, the fund can be recommended to others. And coming to the risk ratios, standard deviation of BSE large and mid cap is 21.51%, where Axis Growth has 2% lower at 19% only, 19.32%. And Sharpe ratio, as we are seeing, it's 1.1%, and Sortino ratio is 1.23%, which includes downward risk also in the Sortino ratio. And beta is dependent on large and mid cap, so the indexes does not have beta and alpha. So beta is 0.82, which is good if the beta value is less than 1. So overall, the ratios and returns are extremely well for Axis Growth Opportunities Fund. That is the reason why I am recommending this stock to everyone here. Now these are the list of stocks in the fund. You can see the holdings which is very low here. Only Tata Elxsi here has 5.61% and Coforge Limited has 4.27%. Others are almost less than 1%, except Sona, BLW, Precision Forgings. And these are other stocks in the fund. Only you can see here Bajaj Finance has 8.69% and 3.8% for Astral, 5% Pi Industries, and Torrent Power has 4.43%. We have seen all the big stocks here, big holdings here of this fund. TTK Prestige 2.27, others all in the out of the total 75 stocks. Only 10 stocks has a holding above 5% or 3 to above 3%, let's say. That is the situation of this one, but they are consistent in delivering returns. That is the great thing. So you are buying 75 stocks with just 20 rupees. Can you imagine it? Now summarizing all we have seen, the fund has high number of stocks and we are expecting good returns from the fund because of the peculiar approach the fund has followed, and the fund is successfully managed since last 3 years with 25% return, and the fund has good return to risk ratios and decent track record of fund manager also considered. Thanks for watching the video. If you like it, please do like, subscribe, and follow us. Thank you.